Hello, I'm EnterElysium, and welcome back to another episode of Aurora 4X, our lovely, complicated cliff learning curve of a game. However, we're doing relatively well right now. We've managed to get ourselves some resources because we had to re-roll the system and start again, but you know, fine, absolutely fine, no issues whatsoever. Anyway, we're currently preparing, we're retooling, we're getting a new spanner, a new screw type, it takes a while to procure them, for our shipyard to be able to produce some new ships, so that we can actually go exploring a proper. Now, I think we're also probably going to produce ourselves a freighter in a little bit, but not quite yet. So, before we go on, we're going to hit this button up here, which is our species. And our species right now, that's not a suitable flag, so we're going to have a quick look, and oh look, a flag, that's perfect. It's almost like I put it there myself. Excellent. We're also going to want to change our, yeah, that's not a suitable picture. We are going to be... Oh, look, it's perfect. That's a species. Maybe we'll change it at some point, but for now, yes, we are definitely a species of cat people. Our color is gonna be 50, 105, 255. No, more like 215? No, 180? Yeah, that's a bit better. Yeah, make you 80. Make you 20. That's nice, I like it. We're going to change our hull as well. This is going to matter for the map, which we haven't got to yet. This is a different map. I mean, the galaxy map as opposed to the system map. And we are going to be... What have you got? You had Babylon 5. Shadow Scout. I really want to use the Shadow Scout. I won't, but I really want to. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pick the thing that I pick every single time, which is Star Destroyer. Although maybe we'll change this later on, but for now we're going to be a Star Destroyer. Because I like it. Okay. Save. Close. Right. Carry on. Carry on my wayward son. There'll be peace before you're done. Lay a weary head to rest. Okay, we did construction rate. Excellent. That's lovely. Did you just improve your ability? Yeah, you're now 45% bonus. That's 180 on any construction production test. That's so good. Yeah, we're definitely going to do that. I would like... And you did a construction rate, which is, again, really helpful. Shipyard operations cost time saving. 10%. It's going to save us minerals, and it's going to save us time. I think that's a very reasonable approach, don't you? Especially because we've got that bonus. We're really going to be focusing on that. Someone's joined our naval corps. That's lovely. We're less than a year away from a milestone, by the way. We're in 1st of June, 2029. When we get to 2030, we're going to run an election. And that is going to be the metagame using the Patreon supporters and the Twitch subscribers over on the Discord. So we've done fuel consumption, and we've done research into shipyard operations. Excellent, both of them synced up lovely. Okay. More power propulsion. And we would like to do... Probably jump drive efficiency. In all fairness right now. And then construction production. We'll do... Shipyard operations, 20% cost saving. Again. You've got a lot of bonuses, so go for it. An active research lab. That means we built a research lab. We also constructed the military academies. So we'll give you this new research lab. And since we've done academies, industry, unused percentage, 10%. Wasn't there something we wanted to build? And I couldn't for some reason? I can't remember for the life of me what it was. There was something I wanted to build. Oh, by the way, our racial wealth is currently negative. We're losing money. Now, money doesn't really matter yet, particularly much. It doesn't really matter overall. You ignore it until you hit 0. When you hit 0, everything stops working. So we're probably going to do a few financial centers. We'll get like 100 of them. That might take a while. Sure, just fine. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Carry on. We've done a military academy, which means that we can train more people. And the retooling for the Hawking class is complete. Excellent. And you... Yeah, the Rotgun has gone way too long without doing an overhaul, so we'll probably tell both of them to do an overhaul. But also, we can produce ourselves a Hawking now. Dun dun dun! Build me a Hawking! Bit more expensive than our previous ship at almost 200 uranium. And we'll also want to get an extra slipway now, so we can build more. Note that that's going to be a fair chunk more expensive because this is a 7,000 ton slipway we need to duplicate. 7,000 ton naval slipway. So that's going to cost us 750. Right, none of you have got actual orders. Oh, we do have new shipyards, though. Ooh, hello. Okay, I'm going to rename you. You are going to be the Matterhorn. Is it spelled like that? Matterhorn. It is spelled like that. Good. Naval Dock Yard. And I name the lake for you. Rename shipyard. What lake could you be? I'm looking at Twitch chat right now, just because they're very helpful. Windermere. Okay, you are Windermere Shipyard. It's not a particularly well-known lake, but I like it. You are the Windermere Shipyard. Okay. You start at 10,000 tons. I'm actually going to tell you to do a discrete capacity increase because I've got enough of them that I'm not using that I'm not too worried. Over here, we want you, Kilimanjaro, to add an extra slipway, so you get up to 5 slipways at 1,000 tons. And the Matterhorn, we're going to go for continual capacity expansion there. It's going to be very expensive in terms of uranium, but hey, someone's got to do it. You can go continual capacity expansion. And you can go extra slipway. The idea being you're going to be 10,000 tons. Right, that's all good. We also want to call back the Curie. Come back to Earth. Refuel, resupply, begin overhaul. And you as well. Refuel, resupply, begin overhaul. And you can do it after surveying Nemesis. Because every now and again, military ships need to be overhauled. You know, make sure everything's working properly. We wouldn't have this issue if we'd created them as non-military ships. Maybe I should have only created the second generation as military ships, but I didn't. We completed a spaceport on Earth. Thank you very much. We've got 10% industry left now. Probably going to apply this 10% to... probably build more construction factories with it, to be frank. Because that's going to increase the speed of everything else. Construction mass drive complete on Earth. Excellent. We probably want more of those. And we are at the 1st of January, which means that this is a perfect time to do our election. So, before recording this episode, we actually did the election. So, it happened actually already, but whatever. In world, it happened now. And it was tight. It was tight. There was a lot of politicking going on. People actually really got into it. And if I can just assign this 10% to... You know what? I probably want more mass drivers. They're quite cheap as well. I'll get 10 of them. There we go. We can talk about the election. So, it was close. There are a lot of militaristic parties running. There were quite a few. But the winner, by a hair's breadth, was Icelord Cryo's Commonwealth Royalist Party, whose goal is education. The youth is our future, and it is the job of the Commonwealth's royalty to provide for the future. So, the goal there is education. And having had a discussion, the aim of this is going to be in-game, going to be the effect that we must always spend 10% of our construction building extra research labs, which we're currently doing, so we can't go below 10%, or I'd be breaking the promise. And the other thing we're going to do is if we go to the racial tab, is there is a training level here. What this means is the training level at which your people are released from the academy. So training level 1 is basically you give them like a year's worth of a course and you're like, oh, you're good now, off you go. And they're like, mate, I only just learned basic maths. Yeah, but you get a starship now, so just go. Okay. This can go up to 5. At 5, it's a case of they stay there for ages, but you get 1/5 of the normal throughput. So I think you get something like each military academy every year gives you 1,000 cadets and like 200 officers or whatever it is. I can't remember the number off the top of my head. 20 officers, I think. 1,000 cadets and 20 officers or something like that. Can't remember. Probably wrong. If you have, there we go, 200 crew every year and 5 officers per academy. There we go. Thank you. Thank you, chat. So 200 crew and 5 officers every year. If we have training level 5, that will be 1/5 of that. Oh, no, that's at... Chat, you're confusing me. Okay, at training level 5, we get 5 officers and 200 crew. At training level 1, we'd get 1,000 crew and 25 officers. We can't quite afford to go up to here, but we have to be a minimum of 3 because we are training better. So this is all about education. So we need to have good education. Minimum training level of 3. So we're going to train, I think that is 600 crew every year and 15 officers every year. Also, we have our base species characteristics over here. Normally you can't edit these, same with the environmental tolerances, but since we're Space Master we can. We are very xenophobic. We're quite diplomatic. We cannot translate anything, which means that we don't have trouble talking to aliens. We're quite militaristic, quite expansionist, very determined, and we've got a little bit of trade. Having had a discussion, the education, the Commonwealth Royalist Party is going to slightly tweak us to be slightly better at translating, so that's a +20 on there, and slightly more trading focused, so that's a +10 on there. We're going to save that. And every 10 years, the elections are going to have that sort of effect. So, with the elections done, let's continue on. Team's completed shipyard operation. Excellent. That's helpful. This construction production is really paying off. I think you can get bonuses of like 60%. So 45 this early is quite nice. We're going to go shipbuilding rate. Get our ships out faster. Curie's completed our overhaul. We've added slipways. We've added 10,000 tons capacity. So with that, if we have a look at our shipyards, they're quite happy. We're going to leave you at 5 slipways at the moment, and that's what we're going to do for our first military craft. You could probably go a bit up from here. Add another 10,000 tons. You're probably okay at 3 slipways for a 10,000 ton vessel. I don't know if 10,000 tons is going to be greatly useful to us. My smallest commercials tend to be like 15,000 tons. So we'll add a 5,000 ton on there as well. And everything else is pretty good. Okay, how long do we get our ship? 22nd of October. We're currently 2nd of May. Right, another completed overhaul, which means you can go and do stuff. We did shipbuilding rate. We're plowing through these research. I guess we will do more. It could do more mining, more research. Both of those are pretty viable. Astro mining is pretty helpful. Kind of want a big ship for that. That effectively means that you've got a ship component that allows a ship to perform the same task as an automated mine when it's in orbit. So you can have a ship that just flies over to a asteroid and starts gobbling it up and then just poops out the actual minerals onto the asteroid itself. You ideally need a mass driver with it so that you can then send it home. Otherwise the ship has to cargo carry it, and that's just annoying. We'll expand the civilian economy. We're actually still losing money, and that's a big way to get a lot of money quite quickly. Yeah, that seems a good idea. What we will also probably want to do is start up actually having some cargo ships. Now, what I'm waiting for is enough automated mines that we can ship them somewhere, and that's actually got a purpose. If we've done the automated mines, there's not really much we can do, because like we can go somewhere, and what do we do? What do we take there? Automated mines 16. Yeah, we'll wait for that to go up a little bit more. You're surveying Hypatia. You're surveying Stephen Ortimer. The issue with comets, especially early game, is that once they go out system, it can take a very long time to get to them. Oh, we built the Hawking. Sweet. We've completed research into jump drive efficiency. We've added 10,000 tons capacity. That's a lot of good stuff. Okay. First things first, we're going to have a quick check of our power propulsion. We're probably going to want to get ourselves something nice and simple, like fuel consumption 0.6 maybe, or just go straight for the Stellarata. Yeah, we'll go straight for the Stellarata. Fusion reactor. That's going to take a while. It's going to be a couple of years. But that's going to lead us to magnetoplasma, which is going to be a very good engine tech. That's going to last us for quite a while. We also did some shipyard stuff. Windermere is up to 30,000 tons. We'll hold off for now, just while we make our cargo ship. Because I think this is a good point to make our cargo ship. So, let's get ourselves a new ship. This is going to be a cargo ship? Freighter. Freighter, that's what I normally use. I think there is cargo ship as a classification. Yeah, I'm just going to be freighter though. Design view. We're going to need to rename it as well. Our name list is... Commercial capitals are named after cities. Okay, so this is going to be rename London. There we go. This is the London class of freighter. Actually, maybe the next one could be... This could be maybe the Paris. Paris, there we go. This is going to be the Paris class of freighter. Now, what do we need? Well, first things first. We're going to need a standard cargo hold. Bam! Yep, that was 25,000 tons. We could put a small cargo hold on, but that's not going to do really very much for us at all. 25,000 ton cargo hold. Yeah. What else do we need? Well, we need a cargo handling system, which I don't actually think we have. Do we not have a cargo handling system? Otherwise, there's no way to get stuff on and off in a reasonable time frame. I don't think we do. I guess we'll have to wait on the cargo ship. Okay. That's fine. I don't mind waiting a little bit on the cargo ship. We'll need probably a bigger spaceport as well. Alright, I've completed our research into expanding the civilian economy. Which is good, because it's currently actually still negative. Logistics ground. Do we not have anyone for that? We do not. That sucks. We would like cargo handling system, construction production, because there's no matches. And you'll be done with that in like 2 months. Yeah, and we're going to need bigger spaceports to handle this, so... Get me another 10,000 tons. You're doing continual expansion, which is fine. You're adding a little bit more capacity. You're doing continual expansion. Oh, we actually built our ship. We never... okay. Well, we need to build another one here. We need another quantum physicist and Feynman. Richard Feynman. Feynman diagrams. How do you spell Feynman? Yes, it is exactly how I expected. So this is going to be the Feynman. 002 Hawking class. It's not double N, it's single N, I think. At the end. It's got an N in the middle. Thank you, Twitch chat. Okay, so with that done, we actually have a ship that I never gave orders to. Hello, Hawking class. We're going to detach you. And I wonder, we set your superior formation. And then if we go to Curie, can we copy? Will that work? It did mostly work. We failed to get this one in. Supply points, supply, refuel. Yes, that worked. Excellent. And we'll remove the geological survey that copied across. We also need to remove that one from Rotkin. Okay. Now, funnily enough, the new series is actually slower than the old series. The Curie is actually faster than the Hawking. However, the Hawking has a much longer endurance, and it can actually jump to other places. That's one of the limitations being 7,000 tons. Normally, I'd go for like 9,000, but... Right. So with that, I think you're good just to be left by yourself. There shouldn't be any real issues here. If we accelerate time 5 days, we should see you moving away from Earth. Oh, well, you've got an order. You haven't actually moved away from Earth. You're going to Temple Tuttle. Oh no, you're going to Temple 1, which is a comet. Okay. Oh, I need to assign an officer to the Hawking. That's a good point. So... the Hawking... What's this 7%? Actually, don't know what that 7% is. There's no commander, though. So we need a commander with a survey bonus. Do. Lieutenant Commander William Fry currently doesn't have a job. Would you like to be in charge of the Hawking? Oh, you're not of a high enough rank. Really? What's your rank? Oh, Lieutenant Commander. Okay. We're going to promote you. And then assign. There we go. Don't know how you made it out there into space, but you did. To your ship somehow. It was magic. You're good at 15,000 tons. I might add like 1,000 more. Just to make you 16,000. You are good. You're good. Okay. Carry on. Carry on my wayward son. We'll be doing it a lot this run. We've got cargo handling system. We've got an extra research lab. We've completed construction of a naval shipyard, a commercial shipyard, and a ground force training facility. Okay, that's great. So that's a lot to do. Firstly, let's do research. We got the cargo handling. I'm going to say logistics, ground control. We probably want to learn about like a garrison battalion. So we can actually start training some ground forces. That won't take you very long. What else? All of that construction. We also have got a whole bunch more shipyards. So we need a name for another river. I'm going to ask Twitch chat for that, and I'm going to rename this as the Eiger Naval Dockyard. Then we need a name for a river. Not a river, sorry, a lake. Lakes. Rivers are something else. Lakes are for our commercial shipping. Trisha still hasn't got back to me on lake, and I'm already quick. Victoria, there we go. We will name you Victoria Shipyard. We're going to put you on continued expansion. I think Lake Victoria should be a very large one. Eiger. Probably going to put you on just continued expansion as well. We need to get some big ones ready. And then I think it's construction, right? Because we did 3 things. Yeah. Ground force training facility, naval shipyard, commercial shipyard, all done. So I've got 30% left. Probably gonna put a lot of effort into some automated mines and stuff. You know what? We'll do infrastructure. So we can start living on Mars. So that'll be... We want like... 5,000... Maybe not 5,000. Maybe 3,000 infrastructure. And we want to up the number of mines we produce by 100 so we can put some on Mars. We'll increase the percentage as well. And that leaves us another 10%, which we'll put on construction factories, because the faster we build stuff, the better. There we go. Seems a good plan. The next thing to be done will be mass drivers in a year's time. Right. Oh, we can actually produce our freighter now. We added extra capacity at the Michigan shipyard. I think that's what we wanted to do for the Michigan shipyard. We were like gonna leave it at 16,000. Yeah, so you're fine. Okay, let's go back to our Paris class. Okay, you have yourself a cargo hold. We'll get your cargo handling system, which is a cargo handling multiplier. Effectively, it determines how quickly you can get stuff on and off the ship. We certainly want at least one of those. And now we see that you are pretty large, and that's without an engine. You need an engine. So let's create ourselves a tech. This is going to be an engine. It's going to be iron drive. It's going to be the minimum power possible, the largest possible, and the most efficient possible. So It's not a big difference from this one here. I think the main change is that we've actually just got more fuel efficiency. So this is going to be the C-ID with a 2.5 kiloton displacement. It'd be helpful if I actually type the 5. And then the F is 3.11. We'll instant that. And you might say, well, EE, this is just better than this one. Yeah, you're right. We're going to obsolete this one. That's going to hide it from our list. And then this, we're going to put on as many of these engines as we need to get this thing up to a reasonable speed. Okay, 60,000 tons, that's just unacceptable. That is very high. If we look at the component summary, you'll see that 55% of the ship is actually just engine. This ship's not going to go that fast. I'm going to aim for like 40,000 tons of this. We'll stretch to another engine. Yeah, that's... So it's 40,000 tons. And if we have a look, you'll see that almost a third is engine. That's about right for a freighter. And you need more fuel. Okay, you don't need to worry about deployment time. That's not going to matter for a commercial ship. It needs to be a minimum 3, but other than that, you're fine. You don't need to worry about MSP at all. It doesn't have breakdowns. You'll notice that we have 6 MSP, but there's no average failure rate here because we're commercial. It's a commercial vessel. There's no military parts in this at all. If I was to add, say, a military component like a sensor or a gravitational survey sensor, this suddenly becomes military, and we'd have massive issues because that average failure rate is just crazy. That's 12,199%. So let's not do that before I forget. And instead, we'll give it some more fuel. So that it can travel for like 2 years without refueling. Yeah, almost makes it 40,000 tons as well. 9 fuel tanks, cargo hold, cargo handling, 5 engines. I don't think there's anything else we want to add. I think we're all good. The only things I consider adding would be like a very low-powered sensor. If you add a very low power, like a very small, one hull size, so 50 tons or less, active or thermal, it will still count as a civilian because it's so small. But it would be useful just in case we come across something a bit dodgy. But considering this is mostly a very small, probably just going to be in our solar system freighter before we get a proper one, we're okay for now. I believe with that, we're good. I don't think there's anything I desperately need to change about this. So, we're going to lock it down. This is a freighter, Paris class. We'll name them after French cities, and we will lock design. Now, that's 39,200 tons. We don't actually have anywhere to build that yet. We're getting there. But for now, we need to just do a little bit more. So I'll tell you to do 200 tons we could do. Or we could just tell you to do 500 tons, and just 5,000 tons and just say sod it. I think we'll just do 5,000 tons. And then you'll be able to build freighters there. GSO sensor suffered a problem. We completed research into Garrison Battalion, which means we can actually start training some ground forces. So, we have 4 ground force training facilities on this planet, which means we can train 4 units at a time. These are our current units. They're low-tech infantry. This basically means that like we've got low-tech armor and low-tech infantry. We're talking, oh, it's a tank. Which, considering that we fight with like mechs and stuff in the future, we don't actually yet. We can research them. We can't research mechs. We can research heavy armor. This is nothing. This is bleh. Attack and defense of 3. Considering that the heavy units have 12-12, this is not much. If we look down here, our infantry are 1.25, 2.5. This is what happens when you have low tech. So what we're going to do is we're going to convert to cadre. This will basically take all the people out of the unit, and it will use their experience and their person to be able to be like, right, your equipment, your training, your organization, all of it is useless. We have to have a new way of warfare. But your very basic abilities and your abilities to learn and to be used to what we're going into, those are going to be useful. So we're actually going to still keep you as people. We're not going to just fire you and hire new people. But we're going to get rid of everything else about you. So we're going to convert to cadre. And this will mean we should be able to do these a bit faster. So we'll convert 4. And then if we go to ground unit training, garrison battalion, attack 0, defense 10. A garrison battalion is basically there to defend. It can't attack anything. But it's useful for holding your own planet, pacifying the population and keeping them happy. And we're going to check use cadre. We're going to add those. Now normally this would have a training cost of 60, but because we're using a cadre, it's got a training cost of 20. So it's really speeding things up. They'll be ready August. It's currently June, so that's nice and quick. And I think we're all good to go. A lot of things happened there. Oh, a lot of inactive research labs. We added some more to Windermere. We've got a biogenetics person. That's helpful. Construction production. Oh, we did the cargo handling. That's what we did. Oh, no, we did garrison battalion. Yes, that's why. We were just training our garrison battalions. We should have set you up to do something else. It's wasted like a month. Might go asteroid mining module. Sure. We'll do it pretty quick, so that's not too much of a worry. Right. And also, if we go to managed shipyards, we'll see that the Windermere shipyard is done at 40,000. We're actually going to tell you just to go for continual expansion now. I know you're a lovely 40,000, but we need more. Ness is going to stop in September, at which point we're going to build our freighter. You two are going for continual expansion. You're adding extra slipway so we can get more Hawkings out quicker. I think the Hawking is going to need to have its engine replaced at some point, but for now, it should be okay. We're up to halfway done with the Feynman. Excellent. So, what have we found so far in the solar system? Please tell me something of note. Options. We're going to hit show of minerals for everything. What's that? If I tick minerals, what does that do? Does it only show things of minerals? It does! Excellent, that's perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. Right. Mercury has 1 accessibility to Durantium. Venus has 0.9 accessibility, 12 million Durantium. Earth is going. Mars, some Durantium, it's 0.4 accessibility. That's fine. Ganymede. Epididymis, that's going to be gone instantly. Try and mine that. Titan has Durantium with 0.7 accessibility, almost 9 million. That's better. We probably will need the Corbomite and the Corundium. In fact, how much Corbomite and Corundium do we have here? 45,000. 45. Yeah, we're going to need that. That's pretty nice. Turanium, Tritanium, Corundium. Temple 1. That's a comet, so that's actually going to head out system. Stephen Otto, again, another comet with Durantium. A couple 100,000. Sorry, 800,000. Okay. We haven't surveyed that many things, but that's not terrible. There's a lot of Duranium in our system. Not many other things. Normally it's Duranium I have a massive issue with, but considering the amount of Duranium we have, I'm quite pleased. I'm quite pleased with what we have. I'm just a bit worried that we might have issues with stuff like... What is it we normally have issues with that's not Duranium? Corbomite, maybe Tritanium, maybe Vendorite. Sorium, we haven't looked at any gas giants, or at least there are no gas giants that are showing here as having Sorium. Sorium you need for fuel. You can just get it from a gas giant and skim it and turn it into fuel using a ship. If the gas giant is Sorium. None of the gas giants are showing at the moment. A little bit concerned. I'll toggle minerals off. And then, have we had a look at Jupiter? We haven't had a look at Jupiter yet, so there's still a chance that it will have minerals. What about Saturn? Oh god, we've looked at Saturn. There's nothing there? You're joking. Our only chance really is Jupiter. I mean, there's, you know, Neptune and Uranus. But if Uranus is gas, weird of words, that's pretty far out. Anyway, we have our new ship out. Things are still building up. It's a slow-paced game. Don't worry. A bit like Dwarf Fortress. Maybe a bit more so. Things take a while, but we are stepping into the stars. We have ourselves 3 ships now. We've got a 4th in the works. We've got another slipway in the works, which means that we can go from 4 to 6 quite quickly. And then we'll probably have a new engine, which means that we can also then build them a little bit bigger of a new engine. They can go faster. At which point we'll have our 3rd generation of survey ship. Probably based on the Hawking. And hopefully, we can step outside our system. For now, though, I've been EnterElysium. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you have, like, subscribe, do that jazz. Also, down below in the comment section, let me know if you're enjoying it and how you're enjoying the campaign so far. We had the first major bit of meta campaign in terms of the Patreons and the Twitch subscribers doing a bit of a vote and electing the Commonwealth Royalist Party, headed by Ursula Cryo, with a mandate of education. So, we are more able to translate, trade, and research and educate people. I have a feeling the militarist party are probably going to get in. At least as soon as we discover aliens, there's going to be a reaction. For now, though, I've been EnterElysium. Stay shiny.